Hello YouTube. The video today is going to show you how to rejuvenate rubber parts. This is motorcycle inlet rubbers, and these go over time very hard and very brittle. I mean, these ones here, they come off a 1985 Suzuki GS850, and these are harder than Ron Jeremy's first day on the job. And what I used to do was put them in boiling water to get them pliable enough to fit back, but of course once they've cooled down again, they're rock solid again, and they're not very pliable. They don't give a very good seal. So I've learned about the method where you boil them with wintergreen oil, and it smells quite heavily. It used to smell of peppermint, and they've synthesized it since, and it smells quite chemically now. But you used to be able to boil it in that, and the oil would pull into the rubber, and it would stay pliable for months, if not years, and it would rescue a part that you'd otherwise probably be spending 20 to 30 pounds each on, or the equivalent of. Now this works on any sort of motorcycle rubber, O-rings and the lot, but what you can now buy is this stuff, and that is rubbing alcohol with the wintergreen oil already in it. So what that means is we don't need to boil anything, we just soak the rubber literally for a couple of hours, and that should give months and months, if not years, of renewed life to these parts. Some guy online has actually left parts in this stuff for 6 months, and there's been absolutely no degradation of rubber at all. Some of it smells like peppermint still, and your bike will smell like peppermint, but over the cost of replacing a set of 8 intake rubbers, for example, you could be saving a couple of $100 or pounds or euros. And so I've got some rubber parts to try it on now. They're the carburetor rubbers. We've got an airbox sealing rubber there that just needs cleaning up first, and we're going to give it a go and see how it goes. So I'm going to soak this stuff. I can't get the cap off, hang on. There we go. We're going to start soaking this stuff. I mean, this is supposed to be a litre bottle. I'm not so sure, but we're probably going to need a couple. Yeah, we're going to need a couple. As long as everything gets coated and soaked, you can always put it into a smaller container, so you get it all in one go. And it's something like a jam jar, and do these rubbers individually. They only take a couple of hours each, so over the course of the weekend you can do all of it. But we'll just put that in there. Ooh. Yeah, smells very medical, but not an unpleasant smell. It's far better than the old boiling pan in the kitchen method annoying the wife. So we'll leave those to soak for a couple of hours, and then we'll come back and we'll see how they are. But they're quite stiff. These are not going to give a good seal. I can barely deform them. So we'll see what they're like. That's the other pair. All I've done is clean those with carburetor cleaner, and then we'll come back and see what they're like in a couple of hours. So here we are again. These have had a couple of hours now, and they've just been left to air dry for a bit, and as you can see, there's not a lot of residue because the alcohol's pulled the oil into the rubber, and it doesn't really leave any residue. Just a quick wipe down and that will do. But these now are lovely and squishy. I mean, obviously if there was a very slight deformation there from where they knock together on the banks, that's going to remain, but it's nowhere near as bad. That will pull out. It's gone already, look, really. But these are super squishy now. These are just like new. It's cleaned up the rings inside, and so I've got more stuff in there, and I've started on the intake rubber as well, and I'll gradually get this stuff out tonight. I'll do the rest of the intake rubbers, and but yeah, good result so far. So I hope that's been useful to you, and I'll show you a bit more of the GS in another video. Thank you. Bye bye. So I've got all 4 intake rubbers off now with their O-rings. Keep them all together. There's one O-ring that's out that's pre-soaked. That's had a couple of hours just to see what it does. One thing I will say is these need to settle for a couple of hours after you've took them out and dried them, because obviously the rubbers took on board oil and what have you, and they just swell a little bit. So if you can leave it a day or two, or even just a few hours, they should go back to their original size and you'll have no problems. I'd already finished the video when it reminded me what the stuff actually smelt of, and it's that can you remember the dental chewing gum we used to be able to get? I forget its name, but it used to have like a very medical, not unpleasant smell to it, and this stuff definitely smells just like it. I will add, I did get this off Amazon, and I would imagine you'd be able to get it in a lot of places, because wintergreen oil is used in for massage and stuff like that, and aromatherapy. So health stores and all this lot should be able to carry it as well, chemists. But I got that off Amazon. I'll put the link down below as well. Also, it's reusable. You can decant this back into the bottles, or just leave it in the container and just use it whenever you need it. So that's all for now. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you again on the next vid.